Boxing fans, have you ever wondered why we don't have a specific source on YouTube that you could go to that runs 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and give you up-to-date boxing news plus the current boxing odds? Well, my team and I behind the scenes over the last few months have been working hard to bring this product to you. It's a brand new 24/7 live stream channel called Boxing News Now. They are sponsoring this video. Go to their YouTube channel right now and become part of YouTube's first ever 24/7 boxing only live stream. What's up, fight fans? Welcome to my channel. This is Johnny, and in today's video we're going to be taking a closer look at the statistics that nobody talks about when mentioning this weekend's fight at 140 pounds in New York between Jermaine Ortiz and Keyshawn Davis. Guys, before I continue, I want to say thank you to all the new subscribers. Thank you to everybody who's been with me since day one. If you haven't already, could you please remember to hit subscribe? Could you also like this video? Hit the notification button on my channel so you never miss one of my world famous daily professional betting live streams. Also, guys, we launched our new Patreon. The Patreon link is pinned in the comment section below. It's a couple bucks a month. You get access to our private VIP betting Discord. Also, become a member on our YouTube channel. That link is pinned as well, a couple bucks a month. Whichever one you choose, you gain access to our Discord. The Discord is a growing community. We launched it a couple months ago. We are at around 340 VIPs in that Discord. Click the link to find out more. On a long list of fights that I want to see in the next 7 days, the return of the businessman Keyshawn Davis at 140 pounds sits right atop that list. He's moving up a weight class with Keyshawn. We know everything that comes with him. We know about what he's been through. We know about his undefeated record, and we know about the marketability, persona, and charisma of Davis. He's stepping up and he's trying to erase all of the naysayers and negative chat of what we saw take place earlier in 2025 in Norfolk, Virginia, in which he was the world champion at 135. He was on this upward trajectory, having stopped Dennis Baranchyk and Gustavo Lemos, and it seemed like the time was now for a new superstar in boxing. And I feel with everything that happened, him missing weight, the fight being canceled, him leaving his team of Bomac going back home, this is the best opportunity for Keyshawn to jump right back into the superstar conversation and remind the boxing world why everybody is so high on the 26-year-old. He will be facing a true veteran, the 29-year-old Jermaine Ortiz. They call him the technician for a reason. This is a guy who's mixed it up with some of the best in the world. He doesn't have a perfect record. He's lost 2 close decisions, both on the cards unanimously. But if you rewatch the fights against Vasily Lomachenko and Teofimolopez, you'd understand why Jermaine Ortiz is a legit world-class fighter. He does a lot of things really well. He's a defensive-minded fighter, and in my opinion, this most recent version, he's won 3 in a row since his last loss to Teo, has been a version in which I have been seeing him throw more punches. It was one of the knocks I had on Jamaine when he was younger is I wish he threw more. I wish he was a little bit more offensively minded, and we're seeing slowly but surely him turning the pressure and volume up and adding a new wrinkle into his game. So in this video, what we're gonna do is take a close look at both fighters' careers. We're gonna talk a little bit about how they go about their business. And like always, guys, stay tuned to the end of the video. That's where I'll be going over the current Las Vegas odds, and I'll be giving you my prediction and telling you where to put your money. All boxing fan knows the last 365 days of Keyshawn Davis' career has been filled with turmoil. And the frustrating thing about it for being a boxing fan has been, it's been self-sabotage, self-destructive. Up until that fight card in Norfolk, this was an opportunity. This was almost like his coming out party to the world as who's up next. You know, online boxing community always uses that phrase, he's up next, or so-and-so is up next. This was Keyshawn Davis in the slip of a scale, in non-preparation, the lack of locked in or being switched on, the lack of discipline. He let it all go away. He disappeared for a while. He even said after the debacle in Norfolk that he was retiring. He was quiet for a little bit on social media, came back, said he was coming back at the end of January in a new division with a new mindset and a new team. And in less than a week, we're gonna see the changes that he's made. In the ring, this is an exciting, explosive former world champion. This is a guy who's long, who has a great jab, his speed and power. One of my favorite things about Keyshawn is when he's cooking, he's a dog. He'll cut the distance, he'll fight you in range, and I love his body work. We'll see if that carries up to 140. When I talk about division changes and gaps in weight classes, 135 to 140 isn't really a big deal to me. You see guys going up and down all the time, so I'm not that worried about it being a new division for him. I just feel it should be mentioned for everybody out there keeping track and keeping score. This will be a new division for Keyshawn. We've never seen him fight as a pro with this body weight. In his opponent, Jermaine Ortiz, this is a guy who feels he's been looked past his entire career. He feels he's been slated, and once again, when we take a look at the odds, he won't be happy with the disrespect, in my opinion, where the bookies have him. When we're talking about a value play on the money line, Jermaine Ortiz is a dog. When we go over these odds, it's almost like crazy to not sprinkle something on Jermaine Ortiz, but you'll have to wait for when we get there. For now, I do want to take a closer look at both guys' careers. Let's take a closer look at Keyshawn first and see what he's been up to. Guys, Keyshawn is 13-0 with 9 knockouts. He is ranked in BoxRec's algorithm at super lightweight, even though he's never fought there. Out of 2,721 fighters at 140, he's ranked number 4. He's fought a career total of 84 pro rounds and carries into the ring a 69% career knockout to win ratio. His adoring fans know him as the businessman. And the 26-year-old American is a 5'9" orthodox fighter with a 70-inch reach. He was born and raised in Norfolk, Virginia, USA. We last saw him fight Dennis Baranchik, 19-0, stopped him in the 4th. Lemos, 29-1, stopped him in the 2nd. Madueño, 31-2, UD in the 10th. Pedraza, 29-5, stopped him in the 6th. Nahir Albright, 16-2, no contest, no decision in the 10th. And guys, that Nahir Albright fight happened in 2023. It's his only blemish on his record. If you guys didn't know, it went the distance. It was a 10-rounder. Keyshawn won that fight on the scorecards, but later failed a post-fight drug test for cannabis, weed, marijuana he was smoking, and the commissioners didn't like it, and they turned it into a no contest, no decision. It's his only blemish. We should have saw back then in 2023 that there were signs of sort of slip-ups or the possibilities of the lack of discipline. When we think about an undefeated young potential world champion at the time of 2023, you're thinking about a guy who has all of those boxes ticked, surrounding himself around positive influences and having that mind switched on to put together a potential Hall of Fame career, because that's what a lot of the people who've been surrounded by Keyshawn his entire career have said. We know about the mentorship with Shakurstevenson and Terence Crawford. We know about the stories of sparring, and we know about the toughness coming out of Norfolk, Virginia. With Keyshawn Davis, it's going to come down to, has he put all of those ghosts in his past, and is he ready to step into the shoes of what his people think are a potential Hall of Fame career type legacy? Only time will tell. Right now, let's take a closer look at his opponent, Jermaine Ortiz, and see what he's been up to in his career. Guys, Ortiz is 22-1. Of his 20 wins, 10 of them come by a knockout. Of his 2 losses, they were both on points. Out of 2,721 fighters in the world, at 140 pounds, he's ranked number 15. He's fought a career total of 138 pro rounds and carries in the ring a 50% career knockout to win ratio. His adoring fans know him as the Technician. And the 29-year-old American is a 5'8" orthodox fighter with a 69-inch reach. He lives in Worcester, Massachusetts, USA. We last saw him fight Bautista, 19-2, stopped him in the 3rd. Yomar Alamo, 22-3, won a UD in the 10th. Mino, 24-9, stopped him in the 4th. Teofimolopez, 19-1, lost to UD in the 12th. Moran, 29-5, won a UD in the 10th. The fight before that, he lost on points to Vasily Lomachenko. If we're breaking down resumes, you got to give the strength of schedule to Jermaine Ortiz. He's been in there with the more high-caliber fighters. He doesn't have a perfect record. I should also mention that draw, because when we're talking about styles make fights, in 2021, he fought a guy, Joseph Adorno, and it went to a draw. It was an 8-rounder, and he got dropped twice. I only reference that because we have seen signs of his durability. Hasn't been dropped since then. He's had 2 losses since then, but they've both been against former world champions and potential Hall of Famers in Loma and Teofimolopez. This current version of Jamaine, he's 3-0 since his last loss. He's throwing more punches. He's defensively sound. He's all around a technical boxer, and this guy could pretty much do everything just as good as everyone else does. The one knock on him, Nothing that he does well jumps off the paper. He's not a big puncher. He's not going to have the speed advantage against Keyshawn Davis. And I feel that if he doesn't win the fight at his range and distance, and he doesn't start off with his jab and get Keyshawn's respect with his power and use the entire ring and frustrate Keyshawn, he's going to have an uphill battle having to deal with Keyshawn's size, speed, and power, even though it is at 140 pounds. Guys, before we take a look at the current Las Vegas odds, I do live streams every day. In the live streams, we break down all of the major boxing fights throughout the world, not just the main events. We go over the current odds. I give you my parlays, my predictions, underdogs, and more importantly, you guys get to know me a little bit more. I take your questions. I bring some of you guys on. So to be updated and tap into all of our bets and become a member of our JSP Insider community, just click the link that's pinned in the comment section below. You pay a couple bucks a month to become an insider, whether on Patreon or YouTube, and with that access, you join our very popular and growing professional betting community, our JSP Insider Discord. All right, guys, wherever you are in the world, let's pull out our betting apps and let's take a look at these odds. On the money line, Keyshawn Davis is the favorite. You put 100 on Keyshawn just to win, you get your money back plus $20. Jermaine Ortiz is a sizable underdog. 100 on Maine just to win, you get your money back plus $430. Ortiz is over a 4-1 dog. If you take Ortiz on points, they call him a technician for a reason. He has a high fight IQ. He knows how to use his jab. He knows how to frustrate his opponents. He shared the ring with the distance with Teo and Loma. If you take Jermaine Ortiz on points to win, it's plus 1,000. When I'm talking about a value play, this is what I'm talking about. There's one thing with picking big favorites and underdogs, which we like to do on the channel. I like finding my dogs of the week, so you guys get them every week. Just in the last 2 weeks, we picked J-Rod, who was at plus 480, and then the week before that, we picked Jorge Chavez in the rematch against Gucci, and he was at plus 240. But in this matchup with Maine being that big of a dog, I think the odds are a bit disrespectful, but I'm not picking him. I think that Keyshawn Davis is going to be business as usual for the businessman. I think he's not going to miss a beat at 26 years old. He fought in 2025. It's not like there's going to be ring rust. I think his size, his jab, his explosivity, his power, just his overall skill set is going to be too much. And I think with one electric performance, the boxing fandom, we have a short-term memory. You go viral, we forget all about those issues, and boom, he can put his foot right back into the conversation as one of the best fighters in the world. Guys, this is not an echo chamber. You guys know that. In the comment section below, let me know who you like here. Do you like Keyshawn or do you like Jamaine? Also, guys, if you haven't seen my breakdown, analysis, and prediction of a very exciting fight this week and a world title fight with the WBO and the Ring Magazine straps on the line at 140 pounds between the champion Teofimolopez and the challenger Shakurstevenson, stay tuned to the channel because that's coming up right now.